In today's video, I explain why I've got a warehouse. Cue the intro. Hi folks, and welcome to the channel. For those of you new here, my name's Andrew. I'm a part-time eBay and Amazon reseller, which means I buy stuff from a variety of places and sell it online for a profit most of the time. Today it is my continuing Building the Money Mental UK warehouse series, where I attempt to relocate and condense 3 units worth of stuff and a house worth of stuff as well into one warehouse facility. I say warehouse, to my mind it's a unit, but the estate agents assured me it's a warehouse. So anyway, I've got this 1,350 square foot facility with its own toilet, kitchen, office, etc. that I am relocating my business to. It's near the coast because I am also moving from Wrexham in North Wales to Prestatyn in North Wales, and hopefully doing that within the next few weeks at most. Just going through the hands of the conveyancers at the minute, which is taking a bit of time. There's some fuss about wanting to convert the garage and wanting to get all that permissions in place before they move, and it's just like, that's something you do afterwards anyway. Let's not get me diverted onto that. But yeah, before I go into the usual sort of format of emptying my shipping container, which is the first unit I'm focusing on getting emptied, and putting up shelves and basically showing the same stuff I've been showing for the last couple of videos, I thought we'd talk about why I've decided to get a sort of a warehouse facility rather than just stick with some shipping containers, which perfectly adequate and would probably work out cheaper for me on a storage front. And the other thing, of course, as well, is the house that I'm moving to also has outbuildings, and the original intention was to convert those outbuildings and build a new one to use as storage for the business, and also do a bit of work on the house to get that sort of set up as get an office set up there and get another storage room inside as well, because there's an attic conversion in it. And I still do plan to do all of that, but when I was sort of costing all the jobs that I wanted to do to get the house ready to become suitable for hosting my business long term over the next sort of 10-15 years plus, it was working out about £25,000, which I don't currently have. I'm not that rich, and if I had £25,000, I'd probably just spend it on stock for the business anyway. So it sort of quickly became apparent to me that I needed to take a staged approach to doing what I needed to do to the house. So I'm going to sort of renovate it inside first, get things like kitchens, bathrooms, all that kind of stuff done, and just get the house really to a high level of standard, so to be exactly as I want it. Obviously that's going to cost some money. That's going to cost about 25 grand as well, on top of the other 25 grand. So quite a bit of work to do there. And then I can focus on doing the stuff I want to do outside the house. So all in all, there's like 50 grand's worth of work I want to do there, because I don't want to have to move house again. I want to get this house, because the location on it is absolutely perfect, so to get this house to be the perfect house for me. That doesn't really mean that I can also have the business at the house, because if renovations are going on, then I've got to move stuff around to get it out of the way of that. I can't really, it's going to be difficult to work while stuff is going on as well. And obviously, if I need to sort out the outbuildings to store stock, they can't really store stock while they're being sorted out, and you need to build one as well to accommodate everything. So it quickly became apparent to me that I was still going to need some external storage facilities. So I took on a shipping container, not that one, but the one I've got is not far from here. And I was originally going to keep, so I've got 2 units in Wrexham. I was going to keep one up for a few months while I worked through it and listed the stuff that's in it, because it's full of unlisted stock. And I thought, you know, that might be the plan. But I thought, let's just have a look to see what is available in this area in terms of, you know, industrial units, etc. Because, you know, do I really want to be coming out to shipping container and such like in the cold and picking orders and all that kind of stuff, or do I want somewhere that's going to be a nice facility for me to come to, that I can potentially work from as well? So I come across a unit. It's about 40 minutes from Wrexham and about just under 20 minutes from Prestatyn. It was perfect. It had the office space in it, kitchen, toilet facilities, etc. And room just for all my listed stock. Didn't have room for all my unlisted, but I had room for all my listed stock in it, and room to grow that listed stock as well. Which is why I was saying I didn't have room for the unlisted too, because I have a lot of unlisted. So I'm thinking, yeah, great, I'll get that. And then, unfortunately, the current tenant of it decided that he was going to relocate. So he didn't want to relocate. So I spoke to the sort of the company that are letting out units, and they said they have got some other ones available, but they cost a bit more, etc., etc. But let's have a look and see what we can do. So they had a show around a couple of other units. One of them was a detached unit, about 800 odd square foot, which was a nice unit, but it didn't have office facilities in it, and I really wanted an office to work from, mostly because 8 hours a day I'm working on a full-time job, and I thought, if I'm going to be going to the unit every day, I don't want to have to be going back and forth to the unit and from home to do things like listing, pick orders, etc., then go back home again, then come back again to do more work there. You know, I want to be able to have everything in one place so that I can do my day job from there. On my lunch break, I can do shipping or listing. In the morning, before I start my day job, I can do shipping and listing. And in the evening, after I finish my day job, I can do shipping and listing. And I'm not wasting time, you know, traveling back and forth from places. I'm just traveling there in the morning and traveling back at night once everything's done. So from a time efficiency sense, it just made sense. So yeah, they showed me another unit as well, offered me a good deal on it, and it had all the facilities I was looking for, but it is 1,350 square foot. So at the minute I have a 600 square foot unit that's rammed, a 400 square foot unit that's rammed, a small garden shed that's rammed full of stuff, and obviously the stuff that's in this shipping container. So I worked out I've got roughly 1,200 square foot worth of stuff, so I could consolidate pretty much everything into this unit. I may still keep some unlisted stuff at my new house when I move to it, just so there's room to move around the new warehouse properly, and because, like as I say, there's an attic conversion, I can just put stuff in. Once I've listed it and sold stuff, you know, the amount of stock I've got is reduced. I am in a state of expansion at the minute with the business. It is selling more than it ever has. The turnover is going higher and higher, so I am consistently listing more and more stuff as a result. So the amount of stock I've got is decreasing as a result, which is good because I have a huge backlog and I need to work through that. So I'm going to keep on doing that. And what I want to do, because the advantage that this warehouse now gives me, is that I can now, once I've cleared some backlog and I've got space to do it, I can start receiving pallet loads of stock. There's a roller door right there. Pallet can be driven right up to the door, unloaded, and put straight in the warehouse. You know, so there's going to be the ability to do that. And I'm not just talking about like return pallets that people do, although I might experiment with those, but I'm talking about being able to ring up a wholesaler and saying, I want a pallet of X, Y, and Z products so that I can sell it on Amazon, and, you know, run a decent Amazon wholesale business, because I do have wholesalers that I can buy pallets full of profitable products for from Amazon, but I've never been able to do it because I've never had the room to receive and process a pallet delivery of stock. But now in a new unit, once I've got things organised, I will be in that position to be able to do so. So that gives me an exciting opportunity to expand the business, and actually that's one that might make me keep the warehouse for even longer after I've done all the work on the house, but we shall see. The other thing I've always wanted to do, and this is just pure indulgence, when I was growing up, I always used to love watching Storage Hunters. I don't know if they still do it on TV. I don't watch TV anymore really, but the series Storage Hunters, I used to love watching that, and I've always as a result wanted to buy or experiment with buying storage units and you know, flipping the contents. And there are storage unit auctions that happen around here in North Wales, and again, I've never been able to take part in them because I've never had the space to get stock. So I'm thinking next year, once I've got the business into a place where I've worked through a lot of the backlog, stuff's listed, there's space to bring in more stock, that I might just fulfill my lifelong dream of buying 1 or 2 storage units and seeing how it goes. I'm not expecting it to go well, to be honest, but it's just one of those things that I've always wanted to do, and this gives me the opportunity to do it. And you know, I'm not going to spend like crazy amounts of money. I'm going to like spend 100 quid on something and see if I can make money from it, and you never know, it might turn out to be profitable. But it just lets me fulfill that dream. So yeah, basically this unit gives me the flexibility to be able to expand the business in different directions, try out new things, new ways of sourcing, and ways of sourcing that aren't open to your average reseller normally, because they don't have the room to be able to process and deal with this amount of stock. But the business has hit that level now where in turnover it can accommodate it, and now in terms of facilities it can accommodate it. But first priority is to work through the backlog. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I'm here to empty my shipping container. Let's crack on with it. So I thought I'd just show here an example of another reason actually why the shipping container wasn't a long-term solution for me. So this is the cardboard that I've been storing, and you can see it's just started to warp. That's just from the air being damp, etc. That's something I can control in the warehouse because I've got power. I can plug in heaters, whatever I need to do to keep the environment at a sufficient temperature, just to prevent stuff getting a bit damp. And these are still usable, there's no sort of huge issues with them, but if it had been there a bit longer, then these boxes might have become unusable. And imagine what it's doing to the stock as well, if that's what it's doing to these cardboard boxes. So yeah, just a good indicator of why I'm getting rid of the shipping container. Okay, so a bit more in the van. You may wonder why I'm not filling it, not filling the van. It's because I have back issues. So basically when the back starts to twinge, that's a sign for me to stop, give it a break. So just taking this lot, slowly emptying the unit, but it is now 90% empty compared to where it was. Huge spaces left now. You know, there's a couple van loads, but realistically with my back it'll probably be about 4 van loads and it'll be emptied. So I'm really pleased with the progress in here. I might be able to come back and do a load later because there's a van load of stuff that actually needs to go to Mum's garage because it's stuff for my new house. So there's no point putting it in the warehouse, and Mum has space in the garage, and it'll only be there for a couple of weeks until I move. But yeah, big challenge is going to get the contents of those shelves moved and the shelves themselves. So that's probably going to take a couple of trips actually with my back, and then a bit of furniture there. But yeah, I'm on load of stuff to go to Mother's, so 3-4 trips should be done. I'm off now to a discount furniture warehouse to see if they've got anything for the office / my new house as well. So I'll see you when I get back to the warehouse. Okay, so I thought I'd do a little progress update before I wrap up today, as this video's been going on long enough just with me talking. At the minute we have got 5 sets of shelving in place, a load of stock that needs sorting and putting onto shelving, unlisted stuff at the minute, but I am going to set up some eBay and some Amazon goods in shelves over there. Listed stock is going to come along here,
and also going to set up a area for my clothes rails as well. So still lots of work to do there. Packing area is what it is at the minute. Did get a couple of items in the furniture clearance at the warehouse for my new house when I moved to it. Got a desk and like a thing on wheels that I can store stuff on. Also got a couple of lamps for the office. One's going to be for the packing area when that's set up. Just need to get a big table there, or table set up, and one for the office in here. We have now cleaned up. I've also got a radio in place, but it only picks up radio 3, which is not great. Kitchen has been cleaned, apart from the top couple of shelves, because Mother couldn't reach those, so I will clean those in a minute. And then the bathroom has been cleaned as well, at least the toilet and the sink, so that we can utilise these facilities now. So progress has been made, so we're going to clean these shelves properly and clean the floor and mop it and everything, just to make sure it looks nice. But yeah, definitely seeing some progress. I'll turn around for the wrap up. So yeah, another step forward in building the office. The key priorities, it's Sunday now, the key priorities for next week are getting the listed stock in here and getting the internet set up in there. I've got a cable plugged in. I need to bring my laptop and test if that internet is all working okay, as it should be. And then if it is, I'll get a Wi-Fi router plugged into it, and we'll have wireless in the warehouse, which will be great, because that is sorely needed, so that I can do my shipping in the shipping area over there, and I can work in the office, and I'll do my listing in the listing area as well. So yeah, it's coming together, it's starting to take shape. Loads of shelves to put together still, but we'll crack on with that later after I've gone to get some food. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you've made it this far, I do like a random comment, so comment Halfords down below. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out. See you in the next video. Bye for now.